In the previous episode, we fought many big battles against the Western Empire, started a new crossbow division, and hired 25 new companions. There's way too many here to list. And at some point in the near future, we're going to need somebody to do engineering. So, Servo Abarca, you've got some spare points. Let's go ahead and have you take over engineering. Now, we still have plenty of room for more people, and we can probably start some more parties as well. You might want to do that. But let's go ahead and talk to some people. We're going to take Gilgi for party leader. Sir Stephen's going to lead a party as well. But we got to hire him first. There we go. And Woven as well. Woven, party leader. So we'll take some random troops and we'll just distribute, let them get a little bit of a head start. Because if we give them with no troops, they're going to have a very hard time. Now, the unfortunate thing about this is we can't tell them to use only mercenary troops. So it's going to be kind of hard to police them, I guess you would say it. So 10 troops, Gili, have fun. Sir Stephen, another 10. And Woven, we ran out of troops. We might have taken some of these. Let's give up some recruits. And Arablester. Arvalestrie is what, I don't know how to pronounce that. Arvalestrie. I think that's how you pronounce it. Somebody will correct me in the chat. Sweet, so let's get that going. We've got 3 parties now, so we're maxed out on parties. That's going to increase our wages. Well, obviously that's too much right now. We're obviously not losing 4 or 5 grand each, but they have to buy their supplies like mounts and things like that, food. So that'll even out to whatever that ends up being. And hopefully it's not, I mean, we are, what, plus 16k? Well, that'll go away, but then so will the party wages. We just want to make sure we're not losing money. If we're breaking even, that's fine. And let's pick up some more troops as well. Yeah, we want to become a legit fighting force at this point because we're going to transition from mercenary to landowners, and we're going to need people to do that. Now, I believe these are mounted. These are cavalry, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, chevauché. I didn't really want to mix the cav in here, but that's fine. We just need to get troops, whatever we can get our hands on. But our main party has to stay mercenary only, so we'll do that. Doesn't even matter, whatever is there, we'll just take. Here we go. We're getting some low tier now too. The hidden hand novice. Those guys are really bad. But they do train up with enough XP, they'll turn into pretty good troops. Now, one thing I've noticed is because we increase the XP gain for companions, these guys are going nuts. Those passive skills increase really fast, but combat skills, like even our combat skills, we've been doing this campaign for years. And some of these people we've had since the very beginning, and they're just barely reaching the low 300s, high 2s, which is kind of silly. I feel like it shouldn't take you like a decade to have good troops, to have good companions rather. But I don't know, maybe what I'm going for is a little bit too imbalanced. We'll see. We have a bit too many. Let's get rid of 5. We did pick up some dumpy mercenary cavalry, but that's all right. They'll probably end up dying off pretty fast. And you know what we haven't done since the very beginning is upgrade these guys. So we're going to upgrade everybody to the max. Yeah, we're spare no expense, right? What is that in Jurassic Park? Like his favorite line. So when it comes to our army, we are definitely sparing no expense at this point. Okay, finally, everybody's in place. Let's actually go ahead and mark these guys so we don't accidentally get rid of them in the future. Make sure we're saving everybody. Looking really good. I like this. We will continue to increase our companion troops, but, you know, for now, this is good. Every time, maybe between wars, we'll recruit like 10, 20, something like that. And then we obviously have to replace our losses. We're going to be fighting some really tough battles soon. Guaranteed we'll be taking losses, so. And where are our parties? So we've got... Oh, they're all just hugging each other? Why are they there? What are they doing? All right, well, I won't ask too many questions. So we need to talk to the queen, right? We have a queen now, not a king. So let's find out where our queen is. Elise is at Sargo. Beautiful. We are right next to Sargo. Let's go have a chat. So she's the ruler of Landia, but she's not combat oriented. So she's actually not even going out. That is interesting. So she's going to last a very long time since she won't be in combat. Now, they sent us a message a while back asking to become a vassal, so we're going to go ahead and accept, and then they're going to give us some units that we can't use anyway, so we'll just give it back and get some influence. And then the Banner Squire, increased charge damage. Oh, wow. That's way better than what we have. So we get a plus 10. Now we're going to have plus 20. That is nice. And we get a Sentinel. We'll just smelt it. We don't need it. Now, we need to find a wife. Oh, they want us to marry this 50-year-old lady. I mean, no offense, but... The ultimate response. That might not work out. That's so funny. All right, well, we got to find a wife. But first, let's dump these cav. We'll take our 50 influence. So our income right now is sitting at 2,500 a day, which is pretty good. Yeah, our Spring of Gold, I'm really glad we took that perk. Spring of Gold is actually covering almost all of our main party wages. Looks like the workshops are covering everything else. Caravans and everything are just the cherry on top. So we're doing okay on money. Hopefully that doesn't change anytime soon because we will need quite a bit of cash for what we're going to be doing. Let's go see if we can find a wife maybe. So 27, a little bit older than I would like, but actually what we can do is let's just go. Do we want a Vlandian one though? That's the question. We should probably get a wife that can be a governor where we're planning on taking over, because we don't really want her fighting with us. So we'll go heroes, female, alive, and then we want lord or lady, and then we can sort by culture, and then we could also sort by age. Oh, not married. Yeah, we're not home wreckers. So the youngest is 25 for the ones that we have discovered. So this one that we're looking at right now is 27. Let's actually just talk to her. Let's see. She may not even like us. So we got to talk to her a couple times. Let's see how she likes us. So not looking too good. Usually these are 100%. 85 is not a good start. That means the second round is going to be rough. Because even if you have perfect relations, it's like a 50 or 60% chance. So we succeeded on our first date. She likes us. Sylvind. We'll keep her in mind, actually. So I don't really want to wait around. We'll come see her between now and the next war, hopefully. You know, these relationship things, they didn't happen overnight. We got to let things stew. Are they still there? They're still... I think they're stuck. I think they're broke. Can we probably can't call them into because they have too few troops. Yeah, that's a shame. So they're just going to get stuck there. Oh yeah, lovely AI. We could go give them troops and then just call them in. We could do that. Let's go see what they're doing. Maybe there's something really important going on up there that we just don't know about, right? Maybe we're just ignorant. Well, I think we can debunk that. There ain't nothing going on up here. So let's go ahead and inspect our troops. We're going to give these dumpy ones. And then what do we have the most of? Because it's going to be a pain rearranging these guys. So we've got 12 and 12. That should be more than enough to get them into our party. Yeah, so we can call her in, then we can take the troops back once she's in. And then I guess we'll just rinse and repeat. Gotta love the hoops you jump through in Bannerlord, right? So we'll give you the same 12. I don't know if that's enough. Actually, I could do it from this. I could do it from this screen. All right, one more. Oh, we didn't give these guys gear. Oh, I forgot to give them gear before we did it. They're just gonna get murked on the battlefield. Man, I wish there was a way to do it. Yeah, look at this guy. Looks like a doofus. Go into battle in your pajamas. Alright, well, we'll get our troops back. And the only doofus is me for not doing it ahead of time, but that's alright. We'll figure something out. I could just break apart the army and do it one at a time. I might end up doing that. That took a little bit, but we got everything sorted out now. So we got some gear. We got recruits. Let's go make sure everybody picks up enough stuff. I think they also need to go to a couple towns and pick up food. I notice sometimes when they do their own, they don't really pick up the proper gear, or they don't pick up the right mix of food. So hopefully by us forcing them to go into town, they do that. Yeah, at the very least, we're using proper Vlandian troops. I don't mind it. Yeah, we are just getting into war after war. This is going to be good though. We can fight our own battles. So war with the Western Empire as well now. Let's head south. We got to pick up a few more troops here. I think we're almost ready. Let's see how our wages are doing. So main party wage is pretty decent. These other companions don't really have the right perks yet. So their wages are going to be basically paying 100%. But once they get good perks, it should bring the cost down a bit. Let's go to a couple more towns. Saniopa is being sieged, which is kind of rough. Let's go relieve that. Okay, let's take a look. So 114, 102 out of 120. These two guys need a few more troops, but otherwise we're just about full. It's nice to be fully mobilized finally. Now, hopefully these guys aren't giving troops. Yeah, they're getting recruits, so that's fine. Alright, Utherlem Castle has been captured. We don't want anything to do with Utherlem Castle. No thanks. Now, if there's a town getting captured, we will gladly take that over. But Utherlem Castle's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Here we go, and I think we're pretty much full up now. Let's double check. Yep, we're 100% full. Well, we got room for one more, but that's fine. And our leadership XP is just going to explode through the roof now because we've got an actual army that we're leading. Now, we could take Renown from battles and 200 XP for troop recruitment, or troops ignore retreat due to low morale and then faster recruitment from prisoners. Renown, we're almost at, I think we're already at clan tier 5 actually, so that's not really going to help much. Let's take loyalty and honor. There we go. We got everything sorted. Let's go ahead and move into position here. So we've got a big enough army. We can probably take on other armies without any help from our allies. Could probably take some sieges on as well. So Sinon, actually, no, this stuff's being sieged. We are doing the sieging. We're looking at taking Epicrodia. I would like to take something on the front line, preferably. Now, Veron Castle's being sieged. We could potentially help out with that. Ooh, Legetta. We'll show up on the voting for that one. Now, we're not really going to get it unless we pump a bunch of influence into this. Oh wow, Legitha has 4,500 prosperity. That's really good. All the Britannia ones have been passed around so much, their prosperity is less than 2k. I see some of them were even at like 12 to 1,500. That's really bad. So let's go ahead and do this. We only need to spend 60. That'll pretty much guarantee it. We'll decrease our relations with these people, but we'll make it up to them later. Don't worry. They'll be happy at some point. Now we need to we need to really get there quick so we don't get sieged down. So let's see what we got going on here. Luckily, the fortifications are really high. That's a good sign. Militia grounds is maxed out. That's really good. Orchard and granary are maxed out, so food should not be an issue here. Fairgrounds is not. That's a problem. So we'll start there. So 15 days, actually, that's really fast. Although that will go down as this decreases because we are getting a little construction bonus. Maybe not. Not really. If it goes below 50, it'll start to affect us, but I think it's okay for now. So this is where having like an empire governess or whatever would be pretty nice. So there's some ladies in here. 19 years old, that's perfect. 41, that's a little young. Actually, she looks Kazate, so she might be married. No, that's just how she looks. So mother, brother, no spouse. So we can start that. And we've got a little bit of relations with their family already too. Lucala. We can't do it. Interesting. Why is that? We're not at war with them, right? Yeah, they're very poor. I don't really care if they're poor or not. Is she not part of a kingdom anymore? Is that why? Is she just kind of stuck? She's part of a dead kingdom, that's why. Interesting. So they stay around, they don't die off, but I guess you can't really do anything with them. Yeah, this one's got an ex-spouse. Yeah, you can't. Interesting. So we'd have to go to one of the existing, so maybe go to Southern Empire and try and find ourselves a wife. It's like a mail order bride or something. Well, either way, our town is it's in decent shape. We'll have this thing up in 15 days. We'll max the fairgrounds out. Yeah, having somebody from the Empire culture to govern this would be really nice. Now, one thing we didn't check out, yeah, we've got improved garrisons here. Let's go check out the garrison, actually. Well, let's check out the dungeon. So there's a ton of people in the dungeon. Wow. Let's get rid of all these low tier. I don't want them recruiting low tiers. And we can probably configure that in the mod, or we can just sell them off. So we'll do that. We'll just sell them off. Anything tier 3, and that should be fine. And we've already got 108 garrison. That's pretty good. So probably not much we need to do there. We could mess with the improved garrison thing and set up a whole training scheme. I don't know that it's all that worth it. Really what we want to do is just get there and defend. We don't want this siege to even happen. Or if it happens, we want them to drain their troops and then we step in at the last second. So I'm not too concerned about that. Our inventory is okay. We'll probably put some stuff here as a stash. So I think we're in pretty good shape. Let's go do something else here. Now we could help go take a castle. We don't really want the castle though, so I think if we try and help take it, it's gonna default to giving it to us. Maybe what we'll do is we'll play defense, like right here, they're getting attacked. Oh, they took it. That's not good. We can try and help take it back. We don't want Gersegos, and they're not gonna have any defenders, so... Oh yeah, they are. Whoa. How did they dump off so many troops? Wow, that's actually really impressive. They just took the castle with a single party. I don't know how they spawned all those troops. You know what? Those were troops in the prison. That's what it was. Those are prison troops. Yeah, we'd have to starve the place out for 7 days. So why don't we go do this? Why don't we go raid? Veron has already been raided. Yeah, their food stocks are falling, but we can help it fall even faster. And no sense in fighting that. And this raid should go pretty fast considering how many people we have in our party. Now, they get this being sieged. We need to get out of here and go back there immediately. Oh, it looks like they're going to relieve the siege. Wow, that's a big battle. It may be over before we get there, but hopefully not. Yeah, pretty much. Well, we'll send troops in at the last second. Disporian died, that's a big one. And we didn't lose anybody in our party. Now, Gersegos is being attacked. I don't really want to mess with that. We were trying to take back Veron. I don't know that we want to mess with that either. Let's take a look at Hertogea. If we take these, fiefs right here, this is going to help because if anybody's going to get attacked, they're going to attack this first before they go to Legeta. So that's not a bad idea. Let's siege it down at least. If nothing else, we'll get a nice battle going. We pretty badly outmatched them. So we'll make a few siege towers. We can get some XP out of this. And Western Empire looks like they lost their king. So they're, yeah, Nemos died. Alright, these guys want to fight this. They're outnumbered. I don't know what they're thinking. We're going to go with a pretty simple formation here. Just go in a straight line. I don't think there's a whole lot of nuance to this battle. Actually, they're pushing in on us. So let's move forward a little bit. We'll set up on this downhill slope. Let's see. Let's go shield wall and let's see if we can get it a little thinner. I think maybe two ranks deep, but it really long should be fine. And then we will put let's put our crossbows kind of in the back.
Stand apart! Forward!
I know for a fact they're going to be charging us pretty hard here. And then we'll also put our shock cav, or javelin cav up here.
Forward!
And they'll be able to throw over the shoulders of these guys.
Move! Horsemen! Infantry!
And speaking of shock, let's put our shock infantry kind of mixed in here. So they're not getting one-tapped when they get charged, but they can also help pull people off the horse when they get attacked. And let's send our cav. We need to start working on their cav so they aren't... Maybe we'll get hit from one side, but not two sides. So that line looks really strong. I don't think they're going to break through that.
Move! Move!
Alright, here come our cav. Let's go, boys. Alright, there's a lot of hooting and hollering, not a lot of killing going on. What's going on here? And let's actually give our cav the move command. We want to get them a little further back. Alright, we're doing a good job against their cav. We've made contact here. We're taking some casualties. Let's actually get our cav to charge. So cav are going to charge straight through their... Oh, okay, we're getting hit. We're going to charge straight through their ranged units. Making a nice little hole through that. Only 36 left. And then we're going to punch a hole right through their infantry as well. So here come our cav right in the rear. And then we're just going to give them the charge command at this point. What about their cavalry? Their cavalry are tied up or mostly dealt with. I don't see them moving around too much. I want to get... Oh man, we're getting shot. Yeah, we got to deal with these horse archers. We got to have a good solution for these horse archers. I feel like every battle I say that and I still don't have a good solution for them. In the base game, it's at least a little bit more reasonable to take them out, but with the mods, they're just kind of tanks and they're annoying. Alright, we'll take his horse out. It'll be an easy target now. Their infantry are starting to crumble. We're going to go line formation charge. We're way bigger than them at this point. We've got way more troops and stronger troops. So we'll push the advantage. Yeah, I think they're in good shape. Our cav are still charging. We should be able to take out a lot of their ranged troops. Let's see who else we can take out. That went pretty well. We did take some heavy losses compared to what we're used to, but that comes with the territory when you're fighting these big battles. So I would say acceptable losses. What is this guy doing? He's just walking through our line and getting shot. There we go. All right, they've got a handful of troops left. We'll finish them off. Nope, they still have horse archers. No surprise. But we do have a lot of range units, so we should be able to pick them off. Yeah, they're getting picked off. Alright, damage report. How bad is it? Oh, we only lost one. And it's one of our javelin cav. That's interesting. Of all the guys that got picked off, I think I saw that during the battle too. It's towards the end, so he must have gotten couch lanced or something. So we took 36 losses, 73 injuries. That's not bad. And our cav actually didn't do that much. I was expecting a bit more than this. Hugh with 3. Extra large with 3. A lot of other people got 2 and 1. And then Javelin Cav didn't really do a whole lot. I don't know that we'll mess with that too much, to be honest. I think it might be more effort and more micromanagement than it's worth. So it's a cool concept. And if you have a really big army of, let's say we have like 100 of those guys, they would probably do really well. But, you know, just 10 of them, it's probably not worth our time. And the crossbows, looks like they got a few hits here and there. But really the tail of the tape is right here. Look at this. Wow, the infantry cleaned up. So let's go through and pick out a few big ones. So I see a few people in here with 6, Abu Andrew and Archduke, and it's a mix. It's both Javelin and Polearm. I see an 8 in here, Servo, nice. Not even 275 Polearm yet. That's going to be pretty deadly. Utrib with 6. And then the shock troops, we didn't really use them that much, so not too surprising. They were probably just pulling horses off, so that's good. But yeah, I'm really glad we invested in the infantry. They're doing a really good job. And I'm glad that we gave them just the polearm. That seems to be an effective use. So 56 influence, but this isn't the whole story. We actually get a lot from our companions too, so it's going to add all the renown and influence all to our bank account as well. And we're still trying to get charms, so we're going to let everybody go. Yeah, look at that. We already got 500 influence. And we got a ton of upgrades for our crossbows, which is perfect. I know we didn't really have a whole lot of good gear for them. Now, how bad were the losses? Not terrible. Why did their party size jump up so much? Our party size jumped up. We must have just hit clan tier 5 then. Yeah, I think we hit clan tier 5 with that battle. So now we can have an even bigger army. We'll recruit back up in a little bit. I think we'll leave it for that. Oh, we lost a caravan. Our brother again. Roger, what are you doing, man? You spend more time in the bar than you do out trading stuff, man. What's going on with that? Oh, he's a prisoner at Rote. Oh man, maybe we'll just convert him into a unit. Yeah, he could just be a combatant, I guess. He's not that great. He's actually pretty good. He's got some good skills for being a caravan leader, but for some reason he's just not doing it. Let's look at our other caravans, see what skills they've got, because they seem to be doing a good job. It's pretty similar. I mean, trade's obviously way up there, but the scouting is pretty high. Maybe it's the scouting. Which you're scouting. 214? No, you got no excuse, man. That's the second time you got caught. Okay, well, let's continue the siege, and we will try and finish this thing off. Oh boy. So I don't know if we can handle 811. 230 cavalry. That may be a bit too much for us to handle. Let's back out. Luckily, we have some decent movement speed. Yeah, we can get out. And he's probably going to come and try and siege down. Let's actually wait and see if he's coming this way. So he is. Let's get back in the castle, or in the town. I don't think he's going to attack, so we should be okay here. And the owner of Veron Castle, we don't want it, but we can throw some. Actually, Elise is the ruler, so let's throw 100 influence her way. We want to get good relations, and we also want to get a bunch of charm. So that gives us 12 charm. So voting for anything on your anything that has to do with the leader supporting, then you're going to be in good shape. Now this one, influence, yeah, this is fine. We're clan tier 5, so we get this. Charm 225, so probably we'll take loyalty bonus because we're already at clan tier 5. I don't think there's a big difference between 5 and 6. For us anyways, it's not going to make a big difference. So we don't need to get to clan tier 6 anytime soon, but plus 5 loyalty does help. You can get the fief stabilized after you take it much faster. We'll take that one. And they may actually siege this still. Nope, they backed out last second. Oh, there's a big fight. Let's get there. We got to get there quick. Yep, it's going down. All right, we can get there in time. But is it enough? This is going to be a tough battle. So the question here is, do we try and help or do we just let it go? Because if we let it go, they're not going to siege us down because we can always just go hide back in there. If we don't fight it, they could just keep, coming back and raiding us and doing all that stuff. If we win, then we can continue assaulting and doing whatever we need to do. So there's some risks, but there's also some benefits to doing it. So, ooh man, that's a lot of people. And they are slightly ahead with a ton of cavalry. Yeah, let's try it. Unfortunately, they don't let us do pre-battle because we're joining to help. It's kind of silly, but that's Bannerlord. And I think we'll mostly just ignore these guys. Actually, let's send our cav through there. And we'll send our skirmisher cav in there as well. Go get him. But we do have to be careful because when this big wall hits, we're going to be in a bit of trouble. Let's get our infantry. Yeah, we need to back up. Alright, let's get our infantry in position right here. Alright, cav need to back up. They're getting a little too loose. Starting to go for their main line. Let's go big shield wall. Let's make sure it's longer than their line. Alright, they're charging with their cav. Oh boy. Actually, let's ignore them and go for their archers. We'll get our javelin cav back behind us. I don't know if that's going to help at all, but... Now, actually, what I'm going to do something a little bit controversial here. I'm going to hold arrows. The biggest threat right now is these cav. And let's turn our guys around and meet these. Yeah, so they're coming back. We've got plenty of good pole arms here. So we can actually use our crossbowmen to counter the cav. Because they're not going to shoot anybody off their horse, let's be honest. They're just not going to do that. By the time they get a shot off, they're probably already getting a couch lance to the eyeball, so... Let's just use them where they're best right now, and then we can allow them to let loose soon. Alright, now our cav pretty much demolished their archers. Yeah, they have no archers left. I would love to target their horse archers now with our cav, but I don't know that that's going to happen. Alright, just keep stabbing away. Anything that looks like it's Empire, we'll take them out. Alright, this was definitely the right move. Our archers are doing a really good job against their cav. And we are getting some reinforcements. We're going to hold our position, though. We don't want to chase after them. They may start pulling back. But now is not the time to get all frisky. We got to stay the course. Look at that shield wall, man. They are just battering these guys. So our infantry are really strong. And their cav are not nearly as strong as they were hoping they were. Now, we do have to shift. They're reinforcing from a slightly different angle. So let's go line formation. And we'll reposition ourselves over here. And again, we'll get a good length on our line. We'll get our crossbows over here. Now, I don't even know where our cav are. Let's pull our cav back. They're probably doing something stupid. Yep, they are. Okay. Right when I was thinking about the cav, here they are. They're just charging into a shield wall. Like you do. But let's not have them do that. I should have been paying more attention to them. Now, they don't have a ton of cavalry left. So I think we can get away with going crossbows again. Alright, open up. Let's just start shooting people again. Alright, shield wall in the front. We're looking incredible right now. I don't think they're going to touch this either. Now, their reinforcements are probably lower tier as well. So I think we'll have an even better chance against these guys. Now, we really need to deal with these guys. What we should probably do is start making more groups. We'll have a group or two back here to counter their cav. We don't need everybody in that front row. Alright, let's check in on the front row. Looks like we're doing okay. Now, they do have a few more archers, and it looks like their line is already dealt with. So let's get our cav involved again. Let's go have some fun. Alright, we're going to charge them. Oh man, look at that. So they started with 50-something. First charge took over 10. Yeah, I love having crossbows that have this this polearm, because even though they're not really specialized in it, they have enough to stop that cav when they get their crossbow out or their polearm out. They do enough damage to get it to rear up, and then they just start beating on them. Yeah, we just got to find a better solution for ourselves. We're not really getting too much damage in. There we go. Clean up the back ranks. I don't know how these guys got back here. Actually, we're going to go line formation charge. These guys need to start being a little more aggressive. Should have done that like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, all they have left is a couple cavalry. So we're in great shape here. Oh man, knocked that guy off his horse. So this battle, I would say the main attribute here is, even if you don't have the right units to counter, if they have decent gear, you can still use them. You just need to micro them a little bit. So, you know, facing them the right way, letting them use their pole arms. So I guarantee you we probably didn't get a whole lot of crossbow XP, but, you know, what are you going to do about it? Sometimes there's just not enough time. If they had more balanced armies and they didn't have, you know, 50% cavalry, then it wouldn't be that big of a deal. We could just throw some crossbow bolts down their way. So let's see the damage. I'm really curious to see if we lost anybody. Yeah, we lost 2. So we lost another one of our javelin calves, and we lost a shock troop. Ouch. Yeah, javelin cav I'm not as concerned about. I mean, yeah, we want to keep them alive. We won't be replacing them, but you know, it sucks to lose them. But the shock troops, we definitely want to keep alive. I think the shock troops, we need to build that division up because that's going to be really good. We don't need a lot. I think maybe 25 to 30 should be enough. So let's see. Anas with 10. Wow, that's huge. A couple people in here with 6, extra large, and meatballs. A lot of people did pretty well here. And then obviously we lost our... Oh, actually, this is a little surprising. So these javelin calves did really well this match. Maybe I was too quick to judge. Maybe we should be replacing them again. Because these numbers are solid. Now, granted, it's not as good as the melee cav. But the thing is, these guys have a bit more flexibility because they're really good on offense and really good on defense. Melee cav, really not good on defense at all. I guess you can screen by, you know, charging into them, but that takes a lot of micromanagement. So if you don't have time to do it, it doesn't really help you. And then same thing with a crossbow. Like I said, most of these are going to be polearm. So really good polearm numbers here. And then the infantry, unbelievable. Jeddah with 15 kills. What in the heck were you doing? Man, he was just going to town. And we got some other good... Squirts has got 8. A couple people in here with 7. Oh, there's even more down here. That Bubba and Servo, 12 and 13. Schmelly with 10. That's crazy. We didn't even move our shock troops. We basically just kept them in reserve. And look at these numbers. They did pretty well too. Jake the Snake with 8. I'm really happy with this army composition. I think we need more crossbows. I think with a critical mass of crossbows, we can get enough firepower out that we can actually... you know, become a threat from a distance. Right now, it's just kind of like poking at people. That'll come in time. So 82 influence, just about 40 renown, and then whatever our companion armies are going to get. So we're going to get a ton from this battle. But yeah, we're going to have to bury a few good men. Now, we are going to let everybody go that we can. We're getting even more gear here. And we'll probably have a lot of stuff for new people that when we start hiring again. So we'll be in really good shape. And we're getting a lot of standards, so we can expand. We can create new groups and still have, you know, really good bonuses for them. But we saved the day, and we protected our town. So there's not really a whole lot else we can say about that.